Hello, my name is Denzel Scott, and I wanted to submit another piece for the International Poetry Circle. Um, my repertoire of uh, published works at this point in time is not substantial, so I can only imagine truly very few poems that would kind of resonate with this moment in time, this crisis. And I decided to um, submit my piece, bearing Blackberry with Nightshade, which was published by Decomp magazine. So it's featured on their website. It's kind of online only. Um, but the poem, it's fairly triggering. So I guess forewarning in that regard. It chronicles the history of my father and brother's death, particularly my brother's death because he was murdered in a small scale mass shooting that took place in a domestic setting. And I thought it was an appropriate piece because it navigates with uh, particular detail how a family kind of responds, how I had to figure out a way to respond to such a searing loss. And I thought that was appropriate, um, considering how people, as this crisis will continue, um, unfortunately, how people will have to kind of find the depth of their humanity to navigate their choices moving forward. Bearing Blackberry with Nightshade. My brother Randolph, midnight prince, black, haloed son of my mother's world, was newly 28 years old when he was sprayed with bullets, unarmed, like they were raindrops, and he, a child, at play. They ripped through him in the city of our birth, Savannah, Georgia, of looming oaks, silvery moss, good old southern hospitality and headstones, in its first, not its only, mass shooting of 2015. Its girlfriend's ex-boyfriend slash possible former side piece slash other potential father of her now 3-year-old unclaimed daughter shot him along with that girlfriend who was shot twice in the face, her cousin who was shot in the hip, and that cousin's two children who were both shot, the youngest, the then 2-year-old baby girl, brutally shot in the chest. Bullets tore through my brother in the last hours of the first day of that year, and by the dawn of its second, he was the only one dead. He bled out like a fresh slain hog on the dirty hunter green carpet of his girlfriend's apartment, in a complex as ferocious as a hornet's nest licked by an old gray Savannah slave brick. When he died, our mother, cloaked in an obsidian hijab, like the Black Madonna, followed the burial practice of their Islamic faith, and washed his corpse soft and sweet, like he was her newborn once more. All that did my family suffer, and yet not even 5 months later, my father died from the grief of bearing his firstborn, his namesake, in the rich, uncaring soil. Now they rest side by side, behind a plantation, in the hidden city of Shad, crowded by our ancestors, slaves and freemen alike. So bitter was our tragedy, so exquisite our rage, that even biblical vengeance could not quell our indignation. Retribution was our birthright more than 100 times, and we knew it. But the gun, the smoking barrel, hard and hot, black like our love and its iniquities and creations, black, blue black, purple deep like our royal melanin, could not be our inheritance if we wished to remain human and bury the phoenix born in the depths of our dark beloveds, sweet Blackberry and sweeter Nightshade. Thank you.